Feeling defeated, I went into my room. I changed into my pajamas. I said my prayers and placed my headset on my ears. I just wanted to drown my thoughts out, so I put on my favorite worship songs, blasting them. Unfortunately, it wasn't loud enough to drown out my thoughts. I started to think about Paul. Paul was a year older than I was. She was a junior in high school, and he was a senior. Paul was tall, handsome, and very athletic. He was also the pastor's son. Every girl wanted to be his girlfriend. I was excited when Paul started paying attention to me. He was respectful at first, polite to me, and my parents adored him. After a couple of months together, he began to change. He started talking about wanting to take our relationship to the next level. How were we going to be together once he got out of college? And this would make our love grow. I wasn't ready for that level of commitment, or to compromise my beliefs on a specific topic. Although we talked about it and told him how I felt, he still came at me with all kinds of lines, but I held my promise not to do that before marriage, which was hard because all my friends were doing it. But I was determined to hold on to mine. Then they started whispering to me, "You better do it, or you might lose him." So on the night of his prom, I caved in and we did it. At first, everything seemed fine between me and Paul. As Paul was preparing to leave for college, we spent so much time together. But once Paul was at college, the calls and emails became less frequent. When he came home for Thanksgiving, he didn't even let me know. It was Christmas when I learned that Paul was home from his mother at church. I went to surprise him, and I got surprised. He was seeing another girl. He had brought her home to introduce her to his parents. "I didn't know how to tell you," he said. "It just happened," he said. "So you string me along, making promises you had never intended to keep," I screamed. He just stood there saying nothing. So I stomped off his porch and walked away. I was devastated. I went home and cried, wishing the pain would go away. I promised myself that I wouldn't compromise who I was or what I wanted anymore. But it happened twice in college, with the same results. Most guys either saw me as a challenge or they wanted to be with me because they couldn't have Sabrina, only to be dumped when they learned I wasn't putting out like Sabrina. Those thoughts and feelings sometimes plagued me. Eventually, I fell into a restless sleep.